Tonight, can we get right? Tonight, can we get right? Whoa, oh, oh, oh. Hey, I need some of your love tonight. I need some of your love.
Okay. So tadi I just introduced the people which is going to watch us later as well. But regarding the topic of repurpose and reinvent the product and service offers of brands and businesses, right? Maybe before we start, Hendrik can introduce yourself first. Like, what's your background? What is your passion? Why do you love brand management?
Okay, so actually, I've been working for Pernod Ricard Indonesia for nearly 4 years. Before in Pernod Ricard, so actually I spent around 6 or 7 years, mostly in an FMCG company, starting with the energy drink and then continue with personal care, home care, and then also carbonated soft drink. So my passion is, of course, in brand management and marketing. So I think, that's my short introduction.
Okay, so other than branding and alcohol drinks, what is your passion? Do you have any
What
other?
is my passion?
Yeah.
My passion maybe in sports. I always running for like today. I'm in this quarantine day, so I used to I running even every 2 days in the morning.
Wow.
Let's say like 5 kilometers or 10 kilometers. So that's my other passions.
Okay, cool. Okay, let's start this call, and I'm very happy to be able to host you here. And hopefully, everybody that's gonna listen to it is going to have some insights and some takeouts of what we are going to discuss about. I heard that the news in US and also some of the countries that Pernod Ricard came from, which is like Sweden, Spain, and Ireland. I mean, they have their distributions and also manufacturing divisions also there, right? I mean, manufacturing facilities. So there are some actions that actually Pernod Ricard brand itself is trying to contribute to the market at the current. Would you like to describe or maybe share with us, like, what is the action to the situation right now?
Yeah, I think in this difficult situation facing this COVID-19, so actually our company Pernod Ricard Indonesia, as a global, actually in regards of repurpose, actually we already repurpose our alcohol capability to make a hand sanitizer initiated by Pernod Ricard USA, and then followed by others company.
Wow. Okay. So majorly right now is the product. I mean, in terms of the wine and spirit sector, you guys gonna hold it first, or just realign everything to make hand sanitizers?
I think the production still remain the same, but actually, I think facing this pandemic, I think we want to give a positive social impact to the community and also our consumers, because we also know that many people or many hospitals in terms of shortage of hand sanitizer. So I think we want to give giving back to the community. So I think we're still doing production of the hand sanitizers.
Wow. Okay. So meaning Pernod Ricard Indonesia also joining the force to produce these sanitizers?
Actually, Pernod Ricard Indonesia only do some like donation, but because we have different entity, because actually Pernod Ricard Global has like the brand company and also the market company. The Pernod Ricard Indonesia is on behalf of the market company. So all the production and technical things is under a brand company, which is we have a 6 brand company worldwide. So I think they are the one who initiate to make hand sanitizers.
Okay, that's a really good thing to hear. I mean, can you guys imagine, like, even the thing that is maybe for us are not, I mean, alcohol, drinks. We thought that all these companies just making drinks, but actually they can really step back a little and try to repurpose the way how they see that is actually beneficial to the situation right now. And I heard that also in Sweden, like Pernod Ricard in Sweden, they turned absolute vodka uh, manufacturer into also joining the force to create hand sanitizers. Do you have any insights on how to, I mean, on how the brand itself, Pernod Ricard, in different countries, they have different way of thinking, or
Yeah, I think this one is a global decision because actually initiated by Pernod Ricard USA. So actually all brand company including the Absolute Vodka, which is there in Sweden, and then also Jameson in Ireland and Chivas in Scotland, they are hand to hand together to make hand sanitizers and then try to dispatch to those who needs, like hospitals and medical professionals.
awesome. So meaning for the distribution in terms of the way how you always, I mean, Pernod Ricard Indonesia don't really have a retail store. I mean, physically, right? They
Yeah.
only put, I mean, distribute to restaurants and places, right? So how do you guys manage this impact right now?
Well, I think frankly to say, this is hurt us a lot in terms of our business. The business is slowing down. I think what we can do now actually try to maintain our position and then also try to think how are we going to recovery actually, because we don't know yet how this pandemic will end also. So I think I think that's the most important thing is more to like how are we going to recovery in the next 3 or 4 months. And
Yeah,
because many restaurant, many lunch bar are also closed temporary. So I think that's really bad for us actually.
yeah. That's so bleeding. But uh, in terms of internally, do you guys already come up with some strategies or maybe action plans that you never thought or never expect that you need to do in this current situation to face, I mean, forward?
uh I think nobody's ready actually, because this is just happened, and then I think step by step our company will try to fine tuning with the condition, and then also for the moving forward, because actually our fiscal year is going to be end this June. Actually now is April, and then also we're going to face a fasting month in the future. So I think it's not really bad for us because of the fiscal year will be end soon. But I think we need to relook or revisit what we have to do in the next fiscal, which is going to be start on this July. Yeah, I think we need to also revisit our A&P spending wise, advertising and promotion, based on the condition. Uh, I think hopefully the business will resolve soon, and then starting this July, we can generate sales.
Yeah, hopefully, finger crossed. But
Yeah.
in terms of Pernod Ricard is actually B2B, right? It's not B2C. You guys don't
Uh,
deliver to the front door.
Yeah, because actually we just say that we are a marketing company because the route to market and then when you're talking about the distribution and everything, we have a partner with some of importer and distributor in Indonesia. So I think we just focus on the marketing activities.
Yeah. So meaning Pernod image itself don't really right now don't really can offer themselves much to the customer right now, right? I mean, in the front line, it's always in the back.
Yes, we are in that situation.
Well, but I think the consuming of alcohol or maybe wine and spirits these days during the pandemic is still on. But because of people are thinking much more towards the healthy lifestyle and how to keep their mind safe, maybe there are a lot of declining sales during these times. But
Yeah,
I believe there are some people that actually still order some alcoholic
yeah,
drink.
yeah. So actually, there's some like shifting in terms of the consumer behavior. Yeah, if we see because of many bars, club, it's mostly it's a bar and club is closed. So mostly they are initiate like live streaming, which is they do some like DJ live through their YouTube.
Wow.
It's like so I think what outlet can do also, they try to fine tuning with this situation, and then they do some like a live event, DJ live event, and then in the same time also they also sell the alcohols through the digital, which is you can just order through the Instagram, and then they will show some promotion, and then they will deliver it to your door, to your house.
Wow. That's cool, right? I mean, if the DJ came up to like a virtual live event and then
Yeah,
somehow it can bring some sort of an entertainment values for the people and the families at home that eventually
yes,
are somehow bored, but at the same time they can help to promote and also to give some marketing tools inside of that live event.
yeah,
How is
yeah. I
the
think
do you know what's the exposure and the response to it?
Well, I think if we look at one of the example, let's say we take one of the example of a Bright back in the days community, which is initiated by Anton Wijono. Is one of the leading DJ in Indonesia. Because before before we face this condition, actually the community is already strong in terms of the offline activities. So I think they did some like live DJ. I think every Saturday, if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken, and then the response was really good. Uh, the reach and then also the engagement is also high. So I think the back in the days community is one of the best so far.
Mm, okay. Is there any fun stuff like the Pernod Ricard brand is doing, like DIY some recipe with the alcoholics beverages in terms of cooking maybe or something like that?
Yeah, actually we plan to partner with some of leading bartender, and then also some of like digital influencers. Actually,
Yeah.
we're going to choose three, and then we're going to make some like the cocktails, because it's really eye-catching one, so people can follow in their home. And so actually, yeah, we're going to roll out this activation maybe in the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
all about the making cocktails, and then I think make it a fun way lah, because in this difficult situation, I think we don't have to be that serious, but I think we try to deliver the fun way.
Yeah. And somehow I think if you guys are collaborating with influencers to come up with like a recipe on doing cocktails and everything. The fun element would be like everybody in their houses, in their homes, they can do that recipe, but also sell the drink in such a way that it looks different from one person doing it and the other person doing it. So it becomes
Yeah,
like some sort of like a celebrative drinking season,
yeah.
but at the same time,
That's actually that's the whole experience that we want to build up. Yeah. So I think it's
yeah,
no matter you doing right or wrong. Anyway, yeah, this is a fun way, and then of course there are so many different tastes from one to another, but I think we're talking about the fun way, and then how to be fun in this crisis.
yeah, yeah, I agree. So let me know if Pernod Ricard brands are joining in the DJ Live event because we
Yeah,
definitely
yeah, sure.
we
I will
definitely
send you
need
the
some
link.
party at our houses.
Yeah,
Okay, well, speaking of which, after Pernod Ricard, I think it's good for Asko to really discuss about some brands' actions too. Maybe you have some preferences or things that you see, oh, this brand is doing some great things in repurposing their products. Maybe you can share some of it.
uh well, I think, son, I think in this difficult time, I think mostly brands try to give some like a positive impact to the society, yeah, to the environmental. I think all company has to start from their internal, which is they have to ensure, and then they have to look after their employee first,
Mm.
which is in my company. Yeah, I think it's just a simple thing like our HR always giving the guidelines, and then also providing some face masks and then hand sanitizers, and then also
Wow.
we follow our local government guideline, which is now it's more to like a work from home,
Yeah.
and then uh, towards to the consumers, I think, yeah, I think brand must have a positive impact social. Uh, uh, I mean. For example, like a PNG, I think they are doing quite a good job in terms of diversification of their portfolio. Uh, they don't have a hand sanitizer yet before, but during this crisis, they try to make hand sanitizers, and then they also want to make some face masks, which is they want to be a part of. To take a contribution in this crisis. So I think we have to start from the company, from the internal first, and then also we have to giving back something to the consumers.
Yeah. I think what the best leadership right now is how to really gather all your employees together. So I mean, it's not just from the principal office or principal leadership that is
Yeah,
actually contributing, but eventually the employees, everybody's taken care of, and they can definitely also join in the part of the maybe this short mission of the leadership team, right?
yeah, agree.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I put some notes also. Yeah, actually, I try to observe some research. So actually, 9 of 10 consumers says that they have a more positive image of a brand company when the brand itself is supports the social or the environmental causes. So I think, yeah, in this difficult situation, brand needs to take action immediately.
Yeah. Yeah. It's actually very funny though when this somehow crisis happens like in a parallel level because the whole world are undergoing with this thing, but then it comes like a wake up call and like an awakening call for all businesses, for all brands to think of a higher purpose on doing their things, because right now
Yeah,
I think even the consumer is going to see and going to evaluate brands and businesses actions on terms of how to deal with this thing. And you know what? Like, this is something that is a little bit nervous, but at the same time, it is beneficial for the company to grow into a much more for a good cause terms rather than just profiting.
Making a money. Yeah,
Yeah.
agree. Yeah.
So let's discuss some of the brands that actually doing some repurposing and reinventing their products again.
Mm,
Oh, have you
okay.
heard about LVMH, which is
Yeah,
Louis
that's one of
Vuitton?
our competitors also.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think all wine and spirit do the same thing. Pernod Ricard and then also Diageo, LVMH, or even the LVMH is even bigger because of they have like a perfume brand. Yeah, it's a well-known brand. So actually, not only the alcohol, not only the wine and spirit. So yeah, we do the same thing, and then we try to giving back something to the community, which is yeah, we our alcohol production will be converted for a while in terms of the making some hand sanitizers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
LVMS also.
LVMH, they are having a lot of luxury brands, right? Like, I mean, Dior, Guerlain, Givenchy. It's not just fashion because they have their perfume facilities and cosmetic lines, and they're actually repurposing that um, facility to also provide, like, because perfume, they produce ethanol as a key ingredients for the perfumes.
Yeah,
So actually, right now they're trying to come up with a hydroalcoholic gel as a substitute of hand sanitizer from
really.
the production of their perfumes and blah blah blah. Yeah, and they somehow generated a lot of funds and donations to just do this kind of thing. I mean, in terms of the funds, it's like $1 million plus kind of thing, and it's really beautiful, because we can see that all these top luxurious brands is actually very generous at the same time right now. Like, they don't
Yeah,
really
yeah,
think of, I believe all the retails in Europe and in the US already all shut down. Like, they don't even have people to buy their stuffs. And luxury lines are pretty much um it's not like middle or low scale of kind of business, right? They some people that buy their stuff, maybe it's not like all people in the world's gonna buy their stuff. So when this hit them, it's like their sales will drop like crazy. But at the same time, they are willing to actually contribute it and also be very generous in terms of helping the situation out. And
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Agree what you said. Actually, this is not about the what company can do to remain the profitable things or making money, but this is the time where the company can do something for the consumers. So I think, yeah, hopefully the business will resolve soon, and then, uh, yeah, we're going to back on track.
do you think that Pernod Ricard will maintain this kind of conscious efforts to contribute and to help the market once all the pandemic is over? Do you think that Pernod Ricard will sustain this kind of strategy or mindset?
I'm not going to say that we're going to produce the hand sanitizers, but
No.
actually in the future, because of Pernod Ricard itself has a division in terms of CSR. So actually, every year we always do something for the community or even for some like yeah, for the local community. So I think this is the part where we are the alcohol company, but we also care about other things, especially for the community.
Oh, that's nice. But I think the production of hand sanitizer won't end because of the pandemic is going to end. Because everybody's lifestyle is already washing hands every single
Yeah,
freaking time.
yeah,
So
fully agree.
definitely, yeah, definitely hand sanitizer will still sell after this.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
maybe,
I think
maybe,
PNG will continue this hand sanitizers production and
mm,
then adding up to their brand portfolio. So
yeah,
I think yeah, many mostly like a pharmaceutical company and then some like a personal care company also think about this opportunity in terms of producing some yeah, I think hand sanitizer is a very good example.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, Bulgari is realigning their perfume factories to become hand sanitizer to Italian hospital. We know that Italy
Yeah,
was hit pretty bad.
really
And
bad.
then
Yeah,
Burberry has a trench coat factory. They turn it into a non-surgical gowns right now for the production for the frontliners in the hospital.
yeah. I
And
think for
yeah,
the local company, son, I think if you see from Indonesian local company, there is like a giant textile called Sri Tex. I think I also read from the news that they also contribute because of this pandemic, and then they try to help the government in terms of producing many hazmat suit, and then also face mask, if I'm not mistaken. So I
yeah,
think
yeah,
yeah, I think many local brand also giving some contribution in this crisis.
yeah, yeah. Because apparently our resources are a lot. If we really need to just import some stuff from China, I think we, as our own country, can really produce something. Actually, not just
Yeah,
import stuff. Apparently, at this hour, nobody can really pay such an amount. I mean, for the country itself, because if it's just like a small stuff like face mask, gown, and also, I mean, we have a lot of factories here which are just need to be aligned right now and to help. I mean, for the government side to really communicate the message over nicely so that they can help better, because
yeah,
if it's in Jakarta, it's easier because we are always on the news that we know what the government is telling. But say in areas where it is very hard to even the governor in specific cities to really be able to deliver their message clearly. But yeah, I think it's just about the widespread of the news and widespread of the invitations from the government to be able to whatever that you can do, you just come here and do it for us. And then
yeah.
so um
Agree.
okay, regarding about online business, because everybody's actually selling, like you said just now, like every restaurants, every maybe clubs are trying to pull up a virtual event so that you guys can some sort of distribute it online. And I read something about green e-commerce. So there's some examples on how brands are doing this green e-commerce kind of thing right now. So basically,
Yeah,
if let's say you are an alcohol company, and then we can buy bottles or like drinks from your side to our front door. These companies is actually making it a little bit more green effort in terms of maybe every purchase that you make before you can check out, you can sort of like put a basket of one additional fee for
yeah,
the customer to like without their intention of helping or not helping. Basically they need to do that. So let's say every single time you want to check out from the e-commerce site to buy some stuff, like you just put in like a donation
yeah,
contributing to the pandemic, say 1,000 rupiah or maybe 5,000 rupiah is
yeah,
so good already, and those company can actually channel it to the donations funds, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, agree.
yeah,
So
I think
actually, and I give you one example like Gojek. I think many GoFood. If you're talking about the GoFood, they do the same thing. Whereas when you order something with the limited with some limit sales, and then they will try to give something back to the driver, which is, I
yeah,
think that's a very good initiative from the Gojek and also from the outlet itself.
yeah. So yeah, just a little act of
Just a
contribution
little action,
in it.
and then yeah,
Yeah, it can
that's a
become
good
like a
thing.
big impact. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so about repurposing, uh, I was reading this one article and then I feel like for brands, I don't know what do you think about it, but because of the noises in terms of every brands and businesses already know that they can produce hand sanitizer, they can produce face mask and everything. So everybody was like trying to be that person, you know, even though maybe their products or their brands are not in that sector. Let's say in not in the clothing line, not in an alcohol business line. But then because everybody is doing it, then I want to do it as well in that specific manner. But eventually, for me, it's a very forced contribution, whether
Yeah.
uh, it needs to come back again to revisit the intentions of you doing it as a brand and businesses. Do you follow the crowd of other brands and businesses to do it because it seems getting people attention, or actually you really want to contribute because you think that those two assets of hand sanitizer and face mask is the most initial part that they that can help many people daily, right? But I think for brands itself to help to contribute is the best way right now is by being you, like by being your brand, by being your
Yeah.
brand image, because there are so many ways that uh, those brands and businesses eventually can contribute ko. I, we don't really, if you are not a production of face mask, how can you actually ask your employee to do that, or maybe just sort of give donations so that you can give it back to other people that actually need in those funds? But eventually I think that donations is really good if you have if you have so many response to it and it's actually effective for you to help other people that actually produce those things, then it's good. But at the same time, there are also some ways that for these brands can repurpose their own service offers, their own uh, products to help the community without
Yeah.
trying to be somebody else that they are not, you know, like not trying to be like others or adopt a strategy that stray away from their brand identity. For me,
Yeah.
right now, if Pernod Ricard is doing hand sanitizer because you guys are actually having the capacity and capabilities to manufacture alcohol, then it makes sense. That's your brand identity.
Mm.
That's your brand image. But if any other companies that is super different than alcohol, and then they are want to jump on board because everybody is doing it, I'm so sorry to say, but that's not helping your brand image and your brand identity to be able to contribute because you're just trying to follow other people. Do
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
agree with
Agree.
that, or do you think like what's your
Uh,
perspective in
I
regards
think
of
yeah.
contributing? Like,
Yeah, I think it's to being you. Yeah, and in terms of the company itself. I think in this difficult situation, what they can do if they don't have any connection with this kind of this crisis, let's say hand sanitizer, face mask, and everything. So I think what they can do. They still can do doing some like a donation, which is I think everybody's love donation, and then yeah, maybe they just like donate to some like community, or even they try to tie up with some of the company, maybe yeah, let's say okay, maybe they can tie up with some textile company. I have some money to donate, and then also can you just make some of face mask, and then some, I don't know, hand sanitizer, and then yeah, I think we put our branding together. Maybe, I don't know. I think that's one of example for me, because yeah, I think in this situation, what we can do is try to in line with what happened in the market, and then try to give something in other way lah. Let's say if you're not in line with this crisis, then you can do some donation, call the textile company, and then also maybe some like a pharmaceutical company, and then give some money, give some donation, and then you can put your branding on the packaging or whatever.
And that's why this thing I need to point it out, because I'm going to give some examples of how actually brands and businesses that are not under textile lines or under alcoholic lines actually can contribute.
Yeah,
I have done a research. For example, T-Mobile. T-Mobile is a telecommunication company, right? I think it's
yeah,
in Singapore as well. So, T-Mobile, what they do is not to be other people ways of doing contribution right now. What they do is actually they give a free of charge upgrade for their 60 days subscribers of data,
yeah,
because everybody cannot live without I mean data right now. So they think like, how can I contribute, make it, because everybody is going to have
relevant. Yeah,
yeah, have a loss of, I mean, income right now. So I think the way how they consume and spend and data usage is very important to help other people. So I think that's a very smart way in the way how you contribute, but it's also under your brand identity, under your brand image, you know. At the same time, there's another one, which is LinkedIn.
mm,
I haven't really heard anything that LinkedIn do face mask or anything like that. But all that I know, because of all the job losses and all the laid offs, they really help the people that is connected in that LinkedIn network to transition, and how helping business and also job seekers during this time. So they really help these people on finding new jobs, businesses to find new employees. And I think it is very crucial and very beneficial right now too, because it's not just face mask, it's not just hand
yeah,
sanitizer.
yeah.
They
I
can
think
help
I
doing
just
their
want to give
stuff.
one example like Nike doings.
Yeah.
They release some like a very good campaign, I think. Play inside, play for the world. So I think they try to contribute to this crisis, but in the same time they also want to remain the same in terms of their line business.
Mm.
So as you know that Nike is all about sports, and then yeah, I think that campaign is really good for me. Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
one of
Yeah.
a good example, whereas the company can contribute within their business in line.
I do agree. Actually, before I started this live session, I somehow browsed through my IG story, and then Nike popped up their sponsored ads. But the sponsored ads is not like their products ads, but it's like people doing TikTok with their workout routines at their home.
Yeah,
like a very different style, but wearing Nike products, like
Yeah.
Nike shoes, Nike clothing, and then they pull it up like a collage, and it's like flipping, like so many people are doing different workouts and blah blah blah. And actually that video, even though there is no like a bold message of empowering in terms of, they don't give like a head title or headlines, it's just like a video of people doing workouts in different homes in different activities, but it some sort give that perception, also give that impression to me, as if like, wow, these people are not easy to be beaten down. I mean, all the people are actually still having fun doing sports at home, even though they know that it's challenging. But looking at
Yeah.
those faces in those ads and the way how energized they are, it actually lifts up my mood and lift up my also energy to see, wow, okay, I cannot wait to work out after this, you know. And
Yeah.
at the end of the video, it's actually, usually the tagline is always catchy for Nike, right? So they
Yeah.
put it like, nothing can stop us. And
Mm.
the tagline is like, play safe, play for the world. That's it.
Play
I was,
inside, play for
yeah.
the world. Yeah.
And I think just
You
that
just stay
simple
at home
act,
and then do some
yeah,
exercise. Yeah.
that
Yeah. That's
simple act is empowering.
yeah. I also agree. That's really a simple thing that they try to keep in line with their uh, business. Yeah. So I think they try to support the community in terms of giving something a recommendation whereas you still can do some exercise in home.
Yeah, I do agree. And also, there is some unique efforts that KFC is doing. So apparently, right now, because it's a very sensitive moment for brands and businesses to promote something that is actually irrelevant to the subject, so most of the companies are trying to respond responsibly. So one of the things that KFC is doing is actually, you know, that their tagline is finger licking good.
Mm.
And most of their advertisements have that tagline all over the place.
Yeah.
And for us now, looking or reading that tagline has a different conception already in our head, because they also know, I mean, Capsi is very smart, and they also know that I don't think that this is the right time to still put that tagline out there, because
Yeah.
everybody needs to wash their hands, everybody needs to be very careful on touching or even licking their fingers without they wash it first. So they pull it off right now. They take the tagline away from all the advertisings that actually they are doing just for these current times, just for this pandemic time, so that people don't really have, I mean, people maybe that don't really know that they need to wash their hands for so many times, at least they don't look at that tagline and that that advertisements and think that, okay, I'm still good to eat KFC with my bare hands and lick it like all fingers germs inside my mouth. Because like right now the tagline is not relevant
Yeah.
for the world crisis. So yeah, they're
Yes.
pulling it off first and
Yeah.
trying to
You need.
not make
I think in terms of
different.
yeah, key message or the tagline, I think you need to readjust your tagline there because for me
Yeah,
in one end spirit there is a guideline for the our social media. You can just posting anything that relate to the party, you know, with the
yeah,
image of all the club or whatever, because we are in this difficult situation, so we have to understand about this condition. Then, yeah, you're right. I mean, the company has to readjust their tagline or their campaign also, which is they have to be in line with this crisis.
yeah, that's so true. And maybe one thing that I can add, and maybe nanti from your side, Ko, if you have anything else to add, then you can add. But I think this time around, I just want to encourage all the brands and business leaders out there. Your leadership is actually being tested at this current time, not
Yeah,
because you are going to back down or give up on it, but actually you need to lead from the inside out. You cannot lead from the outside to inside right now because
yeah,
apparently everybody's inside. So try to lead from the inside out, and it's a very momentum time to reframe and strengthen your business and community for a long run. Because right now, let's say your organization is your community.
yeah.
How do
Agree.
you be able to reframe your work of leadership to really still connect when there's no there's no place to meet, there's no, like some tools that we need to be face to face communication. And also, I want to say that play the most meaningful role that you can. For brands and businesses, just play the most meaningful role that you can. Do not try to be other people. And I believe that if you can play your meaningful role right now, you won't just get through it. You won't just get through the crisis. You won't just get through the pandemic, but you will reinvent yourself. You will reinvent the role of your business in the world. So
Yeah,
it's your time to really think of, okay, maybe after this pandemic thing, what are the higher purpose that I actually can implement, even though there are no crisis, even though there are no pandemic, because the purpose of your product is for selling, is for profit, and maybe help other people's lives out there. But in a in a mindset of how to really be able to contribute into a higher purpose, there may be some issues in the world that actually nobody else are stepping up to the game to fill in the gaps and fill in the needs. Then it's your time to reinvent right now, to think and reframe everything of what you can actually contribute still after the pandemic is over. Because I think when you get their heart in this moment, in this crisis, then it's gonna be very easy to keep on helping and contributing and joining the community forces in your organization to be able to do something good together. And
yeah,
people will be addicted to that. People will be much more related to your brands because you contribute something good in their lives.
yeah.
And yeah,
Agree,
I think
Sansa. I think when you're talking about the meaningful brand, yeah, I think let's get back to the brand theory. So I think there are three factors that can make your brand even more meaningful. First, about the functional benefit. Of course, everybody knows that one, and then followed
yep,
by the emotional benefit, which is the brand, how to make the brand impact to the individual, and the last thing is how the brand impact to the society or the environmental. So I think this one is really in line with what we discussed today. So I think, yeah, every band has to think, and then with this situation, and then also in the same time they have to think also, let's say in the next 3 months when this pandemic is over, they have to think about how they are going to recovery. They have to reshifting, and then they have to re-strategize everything in terms of everything, for the plan, activation and everything, spending wise in terms of the NP things. So I think, yeah, I think I fully agree with you. I mean, this is the moment where the brand can.
I think just now it's just end because uh, it's already 1 hour. So I'm going to call back Ko Hendrik. Let's just wait for him to come again. Okay, he's here. Hi, Kelvin. How are you in Singapore?
Sorry,
Okay.
disconnect.
Yeah, disconnect because already 1 hour call. So usually
Oh,
I
really?
yeah
I didn't
I
realize
give
it's already
every
1 hour.
time one. Yeah, 7:50. Yeah, they start. This is like 8:50 already.
Okay.
Yeah, but everybody can catch up everything that if you guys miss it out, it's already uploaded just now. But I think tadi call kepotong. Just now you're saying something.
Uh, yeah, I think this is the moment where a brand can contribute, no matter what business you are. I mean, there is many ways to contribute to the community, and then
Yeah.
I think hopefully the business will resolve soon, and then try to make your brand meaningful in this difficult situation. That's my point.
Yeah. Awesome. I wish luck for Pernod Ricard
Thank you.
Indonesia. Yeah, hopefully you guys can catch up the pace again after all this over. But I believe and I do think that the economy will rise after this occasion and also
Yeah, I
will
think hopefully the economy will bounce back, and then the business is. Yeah, I think we need to accelerate the business also.
yeah. Okay, so next Thursday, which is this is 13th April, right? 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th. Thursday, this coming Thursday, gonna have like a different guest speaker, and you guys need to stay tuned because he is one of the top creative director in the worldwide agency, and I got the chance to connect with him, and we'll talk. There's a new topic we're gonna bring up, which is creativity for good cause. So I
Mm.
think you guys have to still stay tuned in this channel. I have live session from between Monday and also Thursday every 8 a.m. in the morning. So yeah, I think that's all for today's session.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for
Thank you.
contributing.
Yeah.
Hopefully it will be beneficial for people.
Yeah.
Have a
See
good
you.
day, Ko. See you
Have a good
again.
day. Bye.
Bye.